All right, you guys, so as you can see, we're back the next day with the pass-through slot here. And I think we have the missing piece to the puzzle on why we couldn't do the autofocus. And it seems to be due to a firmware update that was required that they forgot to send me in the beta software. So it was in fact a software issue, like I said, but it wasn't technically an issue with the machine. It was just the fact that they forgot to send me the actual firmware itself. So with all that out of the way, we're gonna now test it with both the actual software and the firmware that it was supposed to come with and see if this works right out of the box how it should, right whenever you do both software update and the firmware update, and we should be good to go. What I'm gonna do for the first ever cut is I'm gonna just do a really long rectangle over top of the one that I was gonna try before, just because that piece of wood is already ruined. And that'll be a really quick, simple way to do a test cut here. And then we may do something fancy towards the end of the video, like scripted text or something like that, just to show you it can do something more than a rectangle. We're gonna just try the first ever cut now that we have both the software and the firmware up to date, and we'll see how this works here. All right, you guys, so as you can see, I did do a real quick score test here. It's just a square strip to make sure this worked this time without recording like a failure here. So I'm gonna show you guys what's going on here. We have the software all set up. The firmware finally is working. It took me a few tries. I had to go into developer mode to get this to work, but I do got it working. As you can see up here in the top right, we have the auto pass-through feature turned on, and all we need to do is we need to autofocus. I'm gonna change this from a cut to a score, and we're gonna just score a similar rectangle just so you can see the machine working and the fact that this does work. The reason why I'm not gonna do a cut or an engrave today is I think I'm gonna have to put an inline fan on this, and I will be doing that in another video here. I do have an inline fan for this. So that's something that we're gonna have to do. You'll see in just a second why I need an inline fan when I hit start. So I'm gonna autofocus this really quick and show you the focus issue is now fixed. So it's gonna focus down on the board here, and it'll allow it to go past that point that I told you that I had an issue with. So right here is where it would stop originally. And now with the new firmware, it's finally able to go down to the board to get that height connection. And as you can see, it has now detected and we are ready to print here. So we're gonna go back to the software and then we're gonna hit start. And once again, this is just a score, so it'll go really quickly. It's gonna take 22 seconds. We're gonna hit send. And then now we can hit start on the machine itself. I'm gonna start inside the machine, but as you can see my hand over here on the left, I'm gonna hit start. The machine is now gonna process it. And then I'm gonna back up so you can see the whole thing in action here. There we go, and then I'll show you back inside since it's almost done here. And that pretty much landed right where I wanted. But if you can't tell, there is some smoke rolling out of the front right here. You can see it right here. So this is gonna make your shop or room smell a lot like smoke. Luckily, I'm out in the shed, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna put an inline fan in this for sure in order for this to not smell as bad or be as smoky. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera here, and then I'll pick up right when the sound of this is done. All right, you guys, so I changed my mind. I decided to do a larger score, and then I'm gonna cut this entire thing out as well. So as you can see, it is now processing this score. It's just the word Fresh Start Customs. Then I'm gonna have a square cut on the outside here. So you'll be able to see this once it's all done. This is gonna take probably 7 minutes to do the whole thing. Let me see if I can set up a tripod here for you guys really quick. I'll record this whole thing in a time lapse for you. I'm gonna go ahead and try and set this in this tripod really quick for you. There we go. Now that we got it on the tripod, I'll go ahead and speed this up so you can see the whole thing. But essentially, this does throw out some smoke. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it ain't too terrible compared to what it was before. Now that I sent the exhaust straight out this way instead of wrapping it around the corner. But I would still recommend an inline fan here. So just a heads up on that. Let's go ahead and do the fast forwarding. And also one other thing I wanted to point out is if you see that blue light right down there, you want to make sure you have safety goggles on too if you go anywhere below that highest point. All right, guys, so it's now doing the cutting. I'm going to show you that if I can get a good angle on it. As you can see, it's trying to do the cutting inside there. This is going to take some time, and I'll show you as it moves along. But hopefully you can see that there. All right, so now that you guys seen it cut through that way, I'm going to go ahead and show you this way here and try and line this back up. So you'll see it slowly moving from right to left now to cutting out the top portion of this. Hopefully I'm giving you all the angles that you want to see on this. And then if you notice, there is still some smoke coming out of here. It's not terrible. I think it was the way that I had the original vent right here where it was going back and around. So you want to vent that out as straight as possible to minimize smoke here. But an inline fan, I think, is going to take care of that. All right, everyone, so as you can see, this is the largest continuous cut that we have on the channel thanks to WeCreat's auto pass-through. Hopefully you stuck around to the end of the video to see the cut out. It cuts like butter. I know originally I said I wasn't going to do a cut due to the amount of smoke it was giving off, but I found a way to minimize that. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. Let me go ahead and also tell you about why I couldn't get WeCreat's auto pass-through slot to work originally. That was due to them sending me the updated software for the Make It app, but they didn't tell me there was a firmware update and forgot to send me that. So overall, it technically was a software issue, but it was just a misplacement of not letting me know all of the details as well. Now that we got all the details working, I did have to do a workaround within the firmware and get into a developer mode in order to get it to work. But I'm working directly with WeCreat, one of their team members. So I'm going to let them know all of this information. We're going to get all of this packaged together so you get the software and the firmware when this is all officially launched to everybody. So all you got to do is click download of the software, click upload on the firmware. You don't have to worry about developer mode like I did. So we'll go ahead and get that all out correctly. And that's why I wanted to be as honest and upfront in my first video so we can make sure we got everything working for you guys right off the bat. So as of right now, everything is working. It looks like it worked right off the bat. I didn't even have to do framing and it's cutting perfectly. As you can see here, I did it all right in a row, all aligned perfectly. These are the two score marks that we originally did. The top one was the test one that I did off camera. And then the one that we did live together is this one here. And then this is that one that failed yesterday when I had to trick the autofocus from happening due to not having that firmware. But now that we have the firmware, everything is working. One thing that I didn't mention before is this is originally a class 1 laser. I think this will make it a class 4 laser if I'm not mistaken. We can check that out here later. But any amount of light that's coming out of this makes it a class 4. So if you're going to be sitting in a chair below this, definitely wear goggles for sure. I would wear goggles in general if you're going to be using this, because it is going to throw out light from the bottom, that blue ray that you may have seen while it was cutting there. And that is harmful for your eyes if you get a laser beam in your eye. So just wanted to point that out as well. The other thing is this little slot right here will allow you to manually feed your material back and forth. And then this one will allow the pressure that gets put onto the wood to clamp it down in place in here. Now let's talk about the way to reduce smoke that I was talking about. What I had to do is I had to send this tube straight out as taut as possible to reduce that amount of smoke without an inline fan. Originally I had it shooting off to the side, in order to allow it not to catch back here, but I made this as taut as possible so it can slide underneath. I do recommend an inline fan. I'm going to do that in the next video. I have WeCreat's official inline fan, and we're going to show you that as well. But I wanted to do this cut so you guys could see all the feature regardless the amount of smoke. Luckily, I'm in the shed, so I could just open the door over there and then let the smoke roll out the side. But as you can see in that video, there is still a decent amount of smoke that comes out without an inline fan. So if you're going to have this in your home, definitely get an inline fan for sure. But if you're going to be using the full extensions, you're going to have a huge table because this is just one of the extensions. There's 2 more that can go on the edges, and it's too big for this table. So you'll probably be out in like an industrial shop anyways, and if you don't care about the smoke, don't worry about the inline fan. But other than that, this machine is officially rock solid with the firmware and software update that we were missing the pieces to. And we came together and we're going to get it all packaged up and you'll be all set once you get this machine here. It is rock solid at this point. It's super cool. It worked perfectly right off the bat. Everything's leveled out. If you are interested in this itself, go ahead and check out the links in the description below. It'll help out the channel. Other than that, if you have questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll try and answer anything that I can as well. We'll catch you guys in the next one.